On this day, December 23rd, 1783, George Washington returned home to Mount Vernon after the disbanding of his army following the Revolutionary War. 1788, Maryland voted to cede a 100 square mile area for the seat of the national government. About two-thirds of the area became the District of Columbia. 1823, the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement C. Moore, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," was published. 1834, English architect Joseph Hansom patented his safety cab, better known as the Hansom cab. 1852, the Theater of Celestial John opened on Telegraph Hill in San Francisco, California. It was the first Chinese theater in the U.S. 1856, Ralph Collier was issued a U.S. patent for the first rotary egg beater with rotating parts. 1880, Thomas Edison incorporated the Edison Electric Light Company of Europe. 1888, following a quarrel with Paul Gauguin, Dutch painter Vince van Gogh cut off part of his earlobe. 1893, the Engelbert Humperdinck opera Hansel and Gretel was first performed in Weimar, Germany. 1913, the Federal Reserve Bill was signed into law by U.S. President Woodrow Wilson. The act established 12 Federal Reserve banks. 1990, the first ship designed to be used as an ambulance for the transport patient was launched. The hospital ship named USS Relief and had 515 beds. 1922, the British Broadcasting Corporation began daily news broadcasts. 1930, Ruth Elizabeth Davis, an unknown actress, arrived in Hollywood under contract to Universal Studios. Universal changed her name to Bette Davis for the movies. 1938, Mrs. Wiggs of the Cabbage Patch was heard for the final time on the radio. 1941, during World War II, American forces on Wake Island surrendered to the Japanese. 1942, Bob Hope agreed to entertain U.S. airmen in Alaska. It was the first of the traditional Christmas shows. 1943, Hansel and Gretel, the opera, was televised on New York WRBG. It was the first complete opera to be televised. 1947, John Bardeen, Walter H. Bratton, and William Shockley invented the transistor. 1948, former Japanese Premier Hideki Tojo and 6 other Japanese war leaders were executed in Tokyo. They had been found guilty of crimes against humanity. 1951, a National Football League NFL championship game was televised nationally for the first time. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Cleveland Browns 24-17. The Dumont Network had paid $75,000 for the rights to the game. 1953, Secret Police Chief Lavrenti Beria and 6 of his associates were shot for treason following a secret trial. 1954, Walt Disney movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was released